So why doesn't someone summarize what happened last session? Perhaps the man of the hour, whose second wife is here.
Paul.
Excuse me,
Hey.
it's Paul.
I forgot.
Uh-huh.
Is known by his great-great-grandfather, who's still alive.
The family breeds fast.
No, he's an elf. He's eternal.
Yeah, elves do live a long time.
All right, who's doing the summary?
I got it. So
Yeah, let's hear it.
we went to go save. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna start from the beginning. We arrived at town. Baruch's kid runs up crying and is like, hey, Papa, my siblings are in grave danger. There's demons and shit. And then we go to the farmhouse. We charge in. We commandeer some steeds, and then we charge in. We mop the floor with the demon. Kill a bunch of goats, and then a guy shows up, a guy from Baruch's past, and he's like, "Hey, man, nice slutting around." And also, I'm gonna stack the city for the bad guys. And then we took that information back to the council, and the council is like, "Oh no! All right, so here's some tasks that we can do. We got dwarves. We got the bad guy camp. The mine was the dwarves. There's a dragon. We can go talk to. The fortifications for the city, because we probably have like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I can't remember the exact time. Let's get this shit together."
I definitely heard the fornications of the city, not fortifications.
Baruch's all in charge of that one.
This is how Baruch got 3 kids, by the way.
That all makes
Anyways,
sense.
how's
now.
that for a summary?
Yeah, that's
he
actually
knows-
pretty solid.
That's yeah.
That he knows
Yeah,
of.
I'm a journalism man.
Yes, so in summary, yes, you arrived to the city. You saved all 3, technically, of Baruch's kids from evil animals / demons. Someone from Baruch's past did come in to basically taunt him a little bit and remind him how fruitless it is to protect the city, at least according to him. You went to the town council to let them know of the additional threat. And the town council, each of them, have some suggestions on how to head off parts of the problem, whether it's the giant field work where most of the army is collecting, trying to find the dwarves that fell into the cavern, the alum mine below, exploring some nearby ruins, exploring the nearby volcano with the dragon on there, or even visiting some of the cities of the mercenary camp with it. Outside of session, as a summary of other information that probably relevant that your characters probably would know, alum, which is like this powder, like a white powder, that's used mostly as a binding agent, and you can make a metal out of it, is one of the primary sources of wealth for Idrei. Dwarves in particular are notable for using alum to basically create like a lightweight metal. Not exactly mithril, but it gets most of that job done, especially when it comes to storage. You know at least a little bit about Kylan Zilhar and, you know, King Gaff, King of the Giants, Friend of all Giants, Lord of the Universe. How he basically, through both coercive force and through selling a story of, this Idrei's always belonged to us. You know, we deserve to have her back. So there may be some angle you can work in through that. Zilhar, the city in the south, close to the volcano, lots of goblins there. There is a dragon in Burkhan, the volcano. It's unaligned and generally avoids Idrei because Aldeans have been known to both hunt and kill dragons somewhat successfully. The Sharrukin mercenary camp, based on some gnomish intelligence, probably relatively small, but basically has a large stockpile of a compound called Dark Radiance, which is sort of like an anti-magic solid / fluid that may be not great if you're a spellcaster, and there seems to be some kind of magical overwatch that seems to be very good at detecting people nearby. Idrei, and finally, Idrei can, and probably with the whole census activity going, can and will surge its defensive forces. However, probably the best people that would probably be the most effective when it comes to defense would be the dwarves, who are currently somewhere underground. Otherwise, I think a lot of it would be questions you could ask in session. So, let's go over to the city map for a bit. And it is currently, where is my calendar? It's currently noon. No, seriously, where? Yes, it's currently noon of the 14th. And most likely the giant attack will occur on the night between the 21st and the 22nd. Really, at this point, it's more of, it's noon. No, Paul, I think, is running off. I'm more curious where everyone else is going to be lying about at this time. You can always talk to more people at the town hall for more information. You could explore the temples, 2 main temples of the city. There's a Majestic workshop that may be of interest where most of the caravans set up. And then, of course, the mine entrance that most of the dwarves have collapsed onto. Or perhaps another part of the city. We'll ad hoc it from there.
So based on our other discussions,
Mm-hmm.
GM, non-involved, is there a course of action we would like to take to start things? Because I think maybe, I don't know, is there time, will we have to devote like one, I'm assuming each of these is going to be like a set amount of time that we have, and there's a certain number we can get done before the thing. Is
We have
shopping for
travel
items,
times and stuff. So.
yeah, is shopping for items going to be like one of those slots?
Shop for items probably will take some time, probably not a lot. Like if you're just chatting to like, hey, you know, can I get this like, I don't know, shield? And they'll probably have a decent amount of shields. That'll probably take like 5 minutes max.
Right. Do you want to just do one big round of item buy? I don't know if everyone else has things on their list. Shred, I already discussed my one ask with you, but
I forgot what the one asked was.
Looming. The rags of looming.
Oh yeah, the rags. Yeah.
Yeah. Would that take an inordinate amount of time, or can I just like swing by and
Swing by the workshop probably. Probably the time will take.
Zoom call with... Sorry.
Yeah, probably it's gonna take the most time just for that person to actually make the object. Might be about an hour or so in that case.
Okay. Well, for the purposes of planning, Babar is going to be on a Zoom call with Baruch and the others.
A Zoom call.
A Zoom call.
But yeah, do you have a stone of sending or something like that?
I have the stone of sending.
I do not have a stone of sending, unless Tool has shared the other half of it with me.
I think I did, and I don't know if I ever got it back from you, so you probably still have the other half of it.
Okay.
You do have an orb of direction, though. AKA a compass that's way too big.
Let me
I have a big compass, and I have just normal tools for it.
So I feel like maybe the dwarves would be a good idea, because we can give them more time to get set up on the fortifications.
DM, did you say Paul's name at the beginning of your spiel? I missed it. What
Paul? About... Sorry,
I think
I'm a
you
little
said
lost.
something like, what are you, I know what Paul's doing, but what are you all doing?
Because I remember from the end of last session that as soon as you got the money, you ran off some direction. That was about it.
I did?
You
don't-
may
That's
have
what I
said it
remember.
in jest.
Okay, that's entirely possible.
He's looking for the local floozies. He's
I
trying
thought
to
we were
outcompete
sent
Baruch
out
for
to
wives.
scout right away.
Yeah.
And they're scouting the Shrukin camp, which I think Paul and Babar can probably handle. Maybe your Birdman as well. But I think, do we want to make a push for like the dwarf camp or something like that
So
early on?
I think pretty much everything except for the giant field works is like a day's travel there and a day's travel back. So that's like a 2-day trip. I think
Or you could push it.
yes. I mean, we do have horses, so that does help.
Yeah.
I think again
We
when
have
we were leaving the manor,
Mm-hmm.
I think Baruch had told Paul and Tool and Babar to see to basically rounding up anyone who's in the surrounding area, nearby farms, basically moving quickly or mobilizing other people to move quickly to inform everyone, hey, there is a fight coming, get inside the city. I
Time
believe
to fortify.
Adelaide was going to go find the dwarf guard captain and basically start coordinating what forces they do have and start mobilizing and preparing fortifications. Baruch was looking at his task list and going, this is a lot.
This is
No
fine.
pressure.
It's like head in hand going, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit.
Well,
oh fuck."
he's also in
Not
a
again.
he's also sitting here going, 2 of my kids nearly died to demons. Actually, almost all 3 of them. I may want to spend some time with them for a brief bit. So we're going to say, before Baruch runs off and starts being Baruch, he's going to spend an hour or 2 with Yophiel and his family.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can disperse and do what you guys want to do.
I don't suppose we would have someone in the city that has skywrites, because that might just make the task of like informing the outskirts a bit easier. I also don't know if the city has like emergency protocols, like get back to the oh, what is it? There's terms for this. There's like a logical fallacy named after it. But you know what I mean? Just like get back to the fortified area, get inside the city walls.
I mean, there might be an alarm bell or gong or something.
You will be hearing gongs and alarms periodically throughout the city, as you're going to notice in a counterclockwise fashion as Wardum, the Goliath messenger you saw, is basically trying to rally everyone, tell everyone get back inside the city
Yeah,
and get in the
so
lockdown.
I expect there are there's probably a policy or something, some sort of contingency set up, men with, long range horns or something of that sort that can blow the tornado sirens.
Yes.
Condor calls for aid.
So yeah, maybe do you want to start with trying to console Yophiel and the kids?
I mean, yeah, if we want to have that as an RP session or an RP bit, sure. But if not, we can just say Baruch is there and the rest are doing their thing. It doesn't have to be a scene if we don't need it to be.
Yeah, I think the tail end of the scene might be important to introduce a character.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll start with that. There we go. Hopefully the preloading of the scenes made it easier. So, as we got them, I imagine you're probably more inside, maybe up here in the...
And Kai is there.
and
Kai is fully there.
Will Adelaide also be with us, Baruch and Yophiel and the kids do their thing?
I actually don't think so. I think that like Baruch has given Adelaide a task, and so now she is in work mode, as it were. So
Okay.
she's like she had sent Kai to be with Yophiel and I keep forgetting the youngest daughter's name.
Perach.
Perach, thank you. Kai had already been sent to be with Yophiel and Perach, so I think that Kai is just going to stay there while Adelaide goes off to find the captain of the guard.
Okay. In that case, we can. Yeah, practicing there. I forgot how big this map is. There's a whole basic archery range over there. Yeah, let's actually start with that first. I think that'd probably be a good introduction to a character. So, Adelaide.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere between a fortified wall and deep in this interior. I guess, how would you attempt to find the captain? Like, what's like the...
Well, I mean, Adelaide has been here before, so I would
Yes.
assume that she knows where the where the barracks is or where
Yep.
the forces usually hang out. So I think that she's just going to start heading that way first. And I think that we decided she knows this guy, right?
Yes. Natora of Hadu.
Natora.
Yes. You know, middle-aged dwarf. Always looks a little nervous. I mean, after all, he's in charge of a city, and arguably there's two different roles. There's the internal security of the city, which is probably not going to be more difficult now that everyone's in lockdown. Hasn't really happened in a very long time, at least not since he got in there.
Mhm.
And then obviously the external fortification against the city.
Right.
The walls should hold, right?
Right.
Who do we have?
That may mean
So as you enter through the barracks, you just hear rustling of papyrus, and you see a few other dwarven guards. You hear in the relay noise, damn sirens. What? Oh, hey, Adelaide. Apologies for that. Thought you were someone else.
Is that any way to greet an old colleague, Natora?
No, it's not. I apologize.
Well, you do have your work cut out for you here. I suppose, have you been brought up to speed on the situation, or?
Well, briefly, Wardum mentioned about the animals being more mad than usual.
Well, yes, but more immediately so. Baruch's kids just nearly died in a demon attack, so the city is being put on lockdown, and we've got our work cut out for us right now. So, Baruch has tasked me to help you guys with fortifying the walls and all that lovely thing that precedes a siege. So, anything I can do to help?
Actually, yes, you can, as Natora stands up from his seat and in gestures to join you with them as he walks out up towards the battlements.
Yeah,
Or the
Adelaide
large
follows.
fortified wall. Oh. Yeah, well, Mortem certainly seemed to have forgotten that little detail about the death of the kids, although I'm not sure if it's... That's only speculation.
About what? No, go ahead.
Well, doesn't seem terribly fond of being Mara's servant. And sometimes I wonder if he's hard to describe. It's hard to describe what's going on in his mind.
Who is he talking about right now? Sorry.
Wardum, the Goliath scribe on the council.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Wardum is basically Mara's like chief servant.
Okay.
So whenever Mara needs to get something done, she'll task Wardum to do it. So like right now, Wardum, yes, we can. If Mara's like, oh, tell everyone about, it's a holiday tomorrow, or hey, I need to get a census done, or hey, the council made a decision, I need you to relay the decision. Wardum's the primary point person for that.
Okay. So he's the mouthpiece, essentially.
He's the mouthpiece of the council,
Okay.
essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, and I knew tensions with Kyla would eventually boil over. I just hoped that, well, Whatever you people in Aldea had cooked up would have been fully constructed first.
Well, I can't speak to that, unfortunately. That's not exactly where my wheelhouse is. I just get paid to swing a sword. That's what I'm good at. I just go where they point me.
It's tough too. I mean, we're trying to rally a militia here, but don't get me wrong. It's not that an elf can't swing a sword. But the ones who are best equipped to fight from a fortified stone position are, well, the dwarves that apparently collapsed in the mine early this morning.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's on our to-do list before this force arrives. How many do we have at our disposal now without them?
Couple hundred at least of the dwarves, and then probably at least twice or thrice as many of other groups. The giants also, the giants and the Goliaths. Look, I'm trying not to be racist, but there are
The bar
some
appears behind him.
some of them would prefer to be back under Kyla's control. And I'm not sure that's a good idea or good for morale in that case. And then they're the ones probably best equipped to do the internal security, but I'm worried if there's a turncoat or several.
Like, you think that this is going to be a problem?
I can't necessarily ignore it. Sometimes it seems certain crimes essentially get ignored. Definitely had a few merchants over the past 2 or 3 months have some of their wares stolen, and the internal guard seem to never, you see him roll his eyes, never seem to find the perpetrator.
Yeah, funny how that works, isn't it?
Yes, and while it's not exclusively Goliaths and giants, it seems to be disproportionate. About 3 and 5.
Well, now isn't exactly the best time for dissension in the ranks, so what are we going to do about that?
Well, I think the best thing we can do is find whatever ringleader seems to be relaying. Here, pulls out a little piece of papyrus and gives it over to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's in giant. Can you read giant?
I very much doubt it, but hold on, let me
Okay,
check.
you do not.
No.
Well, anyways, if you can't read giant, I'm sure one of your friends probably does. From what I could gather from the instruction, it seems to be some kind of message of encouragement for the people to basically open up the gates for the invading army. Someone has to be sending the message from the outside, because to the best of my knowledge, nobody inside the city seems to have right with these particular kind of characters. Somehow they're able to sneak a message inside, and there probably is a point person for that. And frankly, I don't have the resources to dedicate an internal task force for that with, well, like I said, the news that we just got.
And so the tedium of finding out specifics falls on us. Yes, I am very familiar with the process.
You can't instantly jail everyone either, because then it'd be 2 people guarding people in jail, and then we won't have enough defending the city wall. If you could prioritize finding those dwarves, I think that would help the whole situation a lot.
Yeah, that does seem to be bolstering our numbers. I doubt that we'll be able to get reinforcements from the city before the horde arrives. So it seems that bolstering our numbers should be a good thing to prioritize.
Yeah,
Although this mercenary camp does have me concerned as well. Who would I talk to get more information about that?
Oh, the outlying mercenary camp. Yeah, the Sharrukin one
Oh yeah.
under Kyla. Ah, well, probably you might get a little bit something out of Malasha, the glassmaker. Like I said, you might get a little. She's more from Zilhar, but she might have to know a little bit more about the politicking, about the whole place.
Well, I'm going to be very honest and say that the politics of it concerns me less than the specifics of. I've heard that scouting it out even hasn't been especially easy for you guys.
Yeah. Our usual gnomish scouts seem to, well, they preserve their lives, which is good, but they report they could barely get a read on it before they start getting assailed.
Assailed by what? Did they say?
Arrows, I think, was the biggest one. It didn't see anything magical per se, but fairly accurate arrow fire seems to be the issue. And then almost getting charged by some cavalry. I mean, you might be familiar with Sharrukin cavalry tactics. They don't use chariots like some of the older nations. They attack from the horse itself.
Yeah, it's brutal if you're ill prepared.
I guess from a mercenary technical standpoint, you can always go find Indigo. And if you want to go more for, well, I guess why the Giants would contract them out, Carrion probably knows a little bit more about, Pyla. I mean, he used to live there a few years ago. Yeah, before Idrei became independent, of course.
You can see that, the more that gets added onto this list, you see that Adelaide is just becoming more and more like she just rubs her, her face just falls into her hands and she just starts rubbing her temple.
Welcome to the Crucible. It's a day we always worried that we'd hope would never happen, but
I always tell Baruch that I don't care to have a simple job from time to time, and this definitely doesn't look like it is fixing to be one of those jobs. But all right, my work seems to be cut out for me. But I do agree that bolstering our forces here does seem to be the priority. So I'm going to see what I can figure out about this parchment that you gave me and see if we can find any leads there. And in the meantime, I think that most of us were planning on heading to the mines anyway, so that kind of works out.
that would be helpful. I also heard some of your caravan is also there, trying to at least see if they can remove some of the rubble.
Yeah, I don't know how much headway they're going to be able to make, but at least it's something.
Yeah.
How long did you say it had been since that mine collapse?
A few hours. It collapsed late into last night, early this morning.
And there's no way to communicate with the dwarves inside right now?
I don't think they have the right equipment for it.
That's unfortunate. Proof of life, at least, would be nice at this junction.
There's no guarantees, but it kind of sounds like a slower cascade of things occurring as opposed to one giant collapse. That makes sense. But according to what people reported, like the entrance got blocked off, and then there was kind of a slow, more falling. According to the people, I haven't been able to confirm it. It did sound like they were at least still alive, just, well, couldn't reach back up.
Well, let's pray that that's true.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, while we get done with that, let's actually switch back over to Baruch, Yophiel, and friends.
Hmm.
So Baruch, I assume you're consoling everyone all in the same room, or you're doing it like bits at a time?
I yeah,
These are high level.
I expect we're all in the same room here.
All right. As you're consoling, helping Yophiel, she asks you to pause for a second and, before, thank you for saving our kids. Sometimes it's hard to think one day, a parent outliving their children. But
Yes.
since your last visit, there was something I've been meaning to give you. She goes into, looks like a small box as she's unlocking. I've been making something for you while you were gone. Sometimes it helps me with the kids, but I think you might benefit from it. As she opens up the box finally, you see it looks like a thick parchment book. And she holds and gives it over to you. It's a hymn book.
Brooks got Perach sitting on one knee, just kind of holding her against him, and reaches out and takes it. A hymn book, you say? These your works?
Yes. As you can see on the left, it's in Celestial, of course. While over here on the right, you can see some bit of the theme of the music. You see she flips over some pages. This one is about, solemn and silence and quiet. Then flips over a few more pages. Over here, you have one on. See, there's a Perach. There you are. You can see a picture of looks like Perach sleeping.
Just
through it.
ruffles her hair a little bit, and gives her a smile.
And then flips over towards the end of it. This one was the one that took the longest, but you see it looks like an artwork of, it looks like it's supposed to be you holding up a hand. It looks like there's some kind of arched barrier, another couple feet in front of it, and then looks like a firebolt or something, attacking against that barrier. Hopefully this is something that can help you protect all of us in the near future.
Certainly. This ink. This is imbued with magic, is it not?
Yes, and I've used it from time to time to help, Proc help go to sleep. Some laughter.
Well, this is a princely gift, my love. I will keep it close, and certainly it shall bring along the All-Father's will, and keep me safe, and you as well, if I am near, of course. Ideally, you will be far from harm's way.
I hope so. And so, yes, you've received the Blessed Hymn Book of Yophiel from it.
Yeah, he kind of just palms, flips through it a little bit, smiles again. The page with Perach sleeping, the little drawing, again, just nuzzles her. And then he'll turn to Shimri and Amirel. Son, you and your sister, you were at the farm. You said you were collecting herbs for the... I'm assuming some sort of restoratives here in the city?
Yes, we were trying to do everything we can, as we heard there was more and more danger recently.
Hmm.
And while we may not be fighters, I think if we had something more restorative, then we could at least help the people who fight, right?
Certainly, yes. I think there was much foresight in that. Seeing the coming conflict, of course.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, if you gave us just a little bit more time. We need time for I know we're not supposed to be working today as it's a resting day. But I think we can... Looks over to Shimri, looks over to Amirel. Well, I think we can at least get the resin going and aging, and then hopefully overnight, we could then fill it back into a gel. Yes, that would... Yes, we still need a little bit of time for the drying on this one. Amirel looks over to Baruch. We're trying to create a new kind of restorative gel. You know, sometimes there's healing potions, which are nice, but they kind of are quick in a flash, and they're a little bit heavy to carry. This gel that... Oh, I didn't invent it, and I'm not the only one, but... I mean, I did learn from some of the recipes from the merchants how to make restorative gels. I think should be really helpful. Even something that can restore some of the magic you cast.
This is quite inspired, my daughter. I'm glad you are putting to use your trade. And of course, Shimri, you are providing your medicinal knowledge. Your training is complete now? Are you a full-fledged physician?
Well, I still need to get that last test passed, but I think I feel pretty confident about it.
Good. We shall certainly need you.
Well, if you don't mind, as they both give you a hug, we do need to start the resin making. It does take a while.
Of course. Just blinks and smiles, looks over at Yophiel. I grow up too fast.
Only when you don't see him every day. Sometimes it feels like they didn't grow up fast enough. You should smell what the original recipe was.
Oh,
You see Perach do a stinky nose.
I'm so...
Yeah, it smelled real bad.
Yes, well... Progress is not always clean and beautiful. And I am glad that they are aware of that. And I can only assume your kind words and encouragement and leadership has helped them to find that. So, sorry I have not been around as much as I could. But at least we still have this little one. And starts, gently, but gives Perach a little tickle, and the two start wrestling a little bit.
As you hear a knock on the door. Excuse me.
He just looks, side-eyes Yophiel, and message cantrips her. Is that who I think it is?
I'm not sure you met the new rabbi.
Messages again. A new one. Well, hopefully his loins are less girded than the last one.
He seems a bit more amenable about our situation.
Good. Stands up and gives Perach one last tickle and kind of straightens his robes and turns and opens the door. Ah, Rabbi. Wonderful to see you.
I was worried about getting a less friendly reception, but yes, you must be Baruch.
My name does precede me, of course, and I'm afraid I am at a loss. Remind me of your name. I know you recently came here from Shekinah, but I do meet a lot of people. Well,
Yes. Excuse me for not introducing myself. I am Rabbi Mirtha Balpator. I relieved Rabbi Rollum here a few months ago.
he was a man of
Yes.
long suffering and long standing. I am sure he's well earned his furlough.
Well, I think at some level he is probably happy to have an assignment away from here, given I've heard the reputation between you two precede themselves. And let me rest assure you that while I do look up to the man, I do hope we can start on a fresh new relationship.
I'm certain we will get along amicably. Please, I am sure you've met my wife, Yophiel here.
Yes, I am familiar with her, as I am with many people in this town. Just want to make sure that you, both of you, and the little one,
Yes.
are all doing okay. That your mental state and your spirits are good, given the news I just heard.
The All-Father saw to protecting us this day. For that we can be thankful. Come, let us speak of other... I'm sure you have other matters to speak of, so come, we can speak of them, and unfortunately I will not be able to speak long. I do have many tasks to see to, so I will meet you.
I imagine
I will meet
you're...
you at the door. I will be there shortly.
Well, don't take too long.
He just turns and gives Yophiel a quick kiss and embrace, gives Perach another hug, and then...
Oh, Papa!
Yes, little one.
There's one thing. Well, Yophiel, your mom was teaching me a little bit of some magic, and Perach hands you over, it looks like two different wrappings with a bunch of like stars on them. She said that I should give it to you because you might know someone who can use these.
I'm sure I can. What are these, my dear one? As he's kneeled down to her level.
You see Yophiel put her hand in her head and shake her head. Of course, my youngest daughter know how to use a monk's weapon. Well, what Mommy told me is that if a person puts these around their hands and they believe really hard, they could do anything their heart desires.
Really? And he kind of quickly wraps them around his hands, closes his eyes, and looks at her. I believe I need one more hug. And just wraps her up in a big bear hug.
She really enjoys having that extra hug.
And he smiles and sets her down. Guy's still staying at her same level. I'm certain I can certainly find someone who can make good use of these. In fact, hopefully he has not left city too quickly, but I bet he will be very thankful. So, thank you, my little one. And I will be back this evening, so make sure you be good for your mother.
I will.
And I'm sure Kai will be nearby if you need some... Well, I'm sure Kai always needs scritches, so...
This guy just loomed
in the hallway. I'm imagining him just like spread around the corner, just a big orange rug.
Just eyeing that rabbi as he walked past.
Yeah, and Baruch will head out and follow dear old rabbi.
Dear old rabbi. Yes, thank you for sparing some time for me.
Not a problem, of course. We are certainly always in need of the All-Father's guidance, and as long as you can continue to enlighten us of that, we will be thankful to you.
Yes, I'm mostly here just to see. I heard you brought some of Queen Abigail's best warriors here.
We did, yes. Myself and 4 of the other Majestic Warriors are here. We protected a caravan on the way here, bringing important materials to enhance the city protections, amplify the light, as it were. Have they reached the temple? Are they being installed? I believe there was a woman, Tirza, was in charge of ensuring their transport.
Well, I'll let Tirza speak to. It wasn't as easy as it seemed. It seemed that there was one caravan that had a lot of the, I guess, energy crystals that didn't make it, which is complicating things. Which I suppose, if I could endear you and your fellow warriors to, I guess at any opportunity, find some old Zohar energy tech. I think that's what Tirza mentioned in particular.
Well, we can certainly keep our eyes out. It's not like those are just lying around. I don't know of a handful or so back in Shekinah being studied, so... But we'll do our best. Is there progress that can be made even without those?
They can install at least some of the basic functionality. Yes, just anything more beyond, basic projection of magic seems to... Well, I guess they could try, but then they could risk the temple collapsing on itself, and I would rather not have that happen.
Certainly not. I'll speak with Sir Indigo. Perhaps he and some of his band, I know he is well versed in Avrim ruins, and perhaps he can send out a surveying party. We found some old ruins on the way here that perhaps could have something of that nature, so certainly in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. And I guess one more item before I go back and attend to the service. After all, it is a rest day.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I might have some things and some of the, well, storage chests that may be of avail to you. If you can bring forth some of your warriors, I can offer some of the artifacts we have. May find useful.
Certainly. Well, that is quite generous of you. The previous rabbi was, claimed they were always holy relics, unworthy of mere mortals to touch, so... Again, your liberty and forthrightness is appreciated, of course.
I did understand a little bit of his tension with you and your multiple wives. But for the moment, I think that's something we can discuss at a later time. For now, I guess it doesn't matter if you have multiple wives, if, well, all of us end up dead.
Indeed. Or we may discuss it never at all. It's not a matter to me. Still, I will see what I can do. At least let me survey these artifacts, and my my fellow warriors are off doing the task that they are needed for, so I can at least convey them to them this evening when we reconvene. So,
Yes, it may take a moment or several hours for me to be able to unearth them, but yes, hopefully by this evening.
if labor and hands are needed, I'm certain I can round up some of the manor servants.
It's not a labor problem. It's like this is a terrible analogy.
It's the
But-
purification rites, is it not?
Well, I prefer nobody died while trying to look at the veil, yes.
I assume so. Right. Well, I think then that is probably best then that we get to it. If you need my assistance, I can offer it, but as I said, I do have many tasks to see to, and what with the city going to be attacked in a week or so.
Yeah, so I'll ask Terza. I think she said she had some spare hands based off the discovery they just made. So she starts running off. Anywho, I need to get back to the surface. Please make sure that you take your appropriate rest today, as it is glorious to the All-Father to do so.
Of course. All Father watch you and keep you.
By the time you say that, he's already running back to the temple.
Can't get away from Baruch fast enough.
Babar is waiting, lurking in the shadows.
So yeah, I guess what does that look like? And then we'll get to Paul and Tool in a moment.
This will be quick. You know what? In character, I don't introduce myself. This will be quick.
Ah!
Hello, Rabbi, by the All-Father.
Oh yes, the previous rabbi did mention a little bit about you. Yeah, you're Baruch's friend, aren't you?
Friend is underselling it. But yes, we are friends.
I guess what can I help you with on this fine day?
I am sure by now you are aware of the situation involving unholy forces.
Yes, yes, yes.
And as a man of the cloth, I take it you understand the importance of holy implements against such things.
Are you implying the use of holy water?
Babar just smiles.
You catch on quick.
Oh yes.
How
does
much?
Sorry.
It does require offering some gold eventually to the All-Father, as essentially part of the process does burn the gold.
I
yes, I
believe my
can-
master can be amenable to this. How much are you willing or able to create within the time before the siege?
I gotta figure out the holy water creation rules. If it's just, I'm sure you can make a lot. Well, probably a lot more than you could think. Although there are many duties that I must attend to beyond just making holy water only.
Good. Create that much and then double it. Gold will be of no object.
Okay.
I'm sure you have subservience you could delegate this task to.
Well, yes, maybe, yes, a few of the acolytes. Yes, that would be a good use for their time.
Good.
They would need, of course, the payment up front because there's no sense of them going through the ritual only to not have any gold on them. And frankly, as men and women of the All-Father, we generally don't have wealth. Remember, it's even forbidden for us to even own property.
As the Allfather commands. And as the Allfather commands, we will have the amount in full before you begin this process.
But yes.
Allfather, shred. We give us the gold value later, and we'll figure it out with the city coffers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 25 gold pieces in an hour
Okay.
for just like a small vial.
Okay. I mean, that's still. I mean, I will confer with the group, but I feel like if the coffers can spare, I think that would be a pretty good use of our funds because demons and shit.
Yeah, so like basically a water bottle, like a modern water bottle's worth, which is like 16 fluid ounces, is about how much holy water you'll make with 25 gold pieces.
Okay. Well, we can discuss this on the side, but I think we
Yeah.
can spend however much. Anyways.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Hey, you're welcome. For a second there, I thought you were some kind of Goliath assassin attempting to attack me on a holy day.
At the mention of Goliath assassin, Babar just smiles wider.
No, Rabbi. Not you. Not today. I disappeared.
He looks a little shell-shocked.
I'm sure Baruch approves of this interaction.
It was perfect. Everything about it was perfect.
Going up towards Paul and Tool, y'all see Baruch is giving Tool given the magical wraps.
Yep.
Yes. So you now have received the Fist of the Seven Stars. Got some pitch black wrappings that they form a little constellation of Ursa Major on them. You feel, as you've wrapped these around your fists, that if you can basically maintain standing against the ground and focus some internal energy on it, that you're able just to be that much better when doing a skill check or a saving throw.
Excellent, excellent.
And Paul, I think you were practicing shooting arrows.
Ah.
A wild Kai appears.
I didn't
How are you?
realize how
Looms.
sinister that would look.
Catches
Good
an
thing
arrow in his
my-
mouth.
Yeah, it's a good thing my hand is steady. I almost caught you there.
Meow.
Thunk.
Meow.
Just picturing a dog anthropomorphized meow.
Kai then regurgitates up Kai then regurgitates up a
That's
bow.
not right.
Here's your magic item.
Photorealistic human mouth appears on his face.
Yeah, meow.
With the lips
That's
and
not right.
everything. Yow.
Nuts. I
By the
have to
Allfather.
Let's see, just making a note for myself on what has been. Okay.
Make
Perfect.
human mouths on all of your enemies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joel, we make using some elementalism to make some moving targets for Paul to shoot at.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, so Paul, as you're continuing to shoot,
What the
I knew it existed.
Oh my god, get this out. Sorry, Shred.
That's terrifying.
Yes, right?
As I had Discord off, so I'm like, ooh, I don't like this. But Paul, as you continue to shoot, you hear a little bit of a whisper that seemingly only you can hear. You hear a psst.
He looks around and
You kind of hear the sound coming over here from the east. Yeah, over here.
from the meaning past Baruch.
Past Baruch, past Tool. Yes.
He looks at both of them and wonders why they don't hear this.
It's a mystery. Dumbass, just get over here.
Well, no, it's definitely not coming. 100% he's not going anywhere. Kai, do you hear this? He sort of points.
Kai does not hear this.
Meow.
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 Okay. Sorry.
Meow. No.
Baruch,
Why
Yes,
don't
Paul?
come over? I just didn't want to introduce myself to your friends.
What is it, Paul?
I am hearing things.
More
Do I
than
look
usual?
okay? Do I look okay?
You look fine. And then he quickly makes a symbol, or, quickly does a somatic component. Did it sound like this as he messages Paul?
Oh, that's
Like-
in his head.
Yeah, like telepathically.
Does it sound the same?
It does not sound the same.
No.
Hmm.
Strange.
Well, there are others with magical capabilities beyond what I have. If you are hearing things,
As Baruch says this,
Be
you
wary.
see a familiar sight to you, Paul. Someone you may remember from Shekinah.
Oh. Is this?
Is this? Yes, it is in fact your old friend Rena.
Paula.
That'll be your stage name.
Okay. False alarm. I'll be back soon.
Oh.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Could I roll a history check that I might know something about this?
Sure, roll it at disadvantage.
Okie dokie.
You know nothing about this.
Yeah.
No one knows anything about this.
I don't know. That's a 19.
Baruch has his ways.
DC was 45.
DC was pretty high. I'll say with the 19. I mean, you're familiar at least a little bit with Paul kind of being, doing stuff around Shekinah.
Mhm.
There's always activities going around in Shekinah. I mean, it's a capital city. There's intrigue, espionage.
Okay.
Could be something.
Yeah, he
Could
just
be nothing.
he looks over and raises an eyebrow and makes a mental note of this person and turns back to Tool and Kai.
Fancy seeing you here, Paul. I'll be honest, I didn't expect to see you here. But I'm really happy to see you here at the same time.
Arena, what are you doing here?
Oh, you know how the houses always want to get the best stuff, have the nicest things to lay inside their mansions. Well, I was on a trade expedition when the whole city went on lockdown, and, well, I was just trying to see a little bit about where the gaps might have been. Not trying to steal anything here, of course, just, trying to escape my life, sort of thing. And
Is she lying?
roll an insight check.
I have a ring of truth telling, which gives me advantage on that.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. We're using Foundry, aren't we? What do I roll? Oh, insight, yeah. Advantage.
Yeah. She seems to be pretty truthful about the whole matter. About not stealing things and fearing for her life. She is a little red on the cheeks. A little bit physically exhausted.
Where have you been?
Well, I was just traveling between Kyla, Zilhar, and here. Just looking for merchant wares and seeing what the old houses are looking at. They are trying to look for things that are unique or rare. You know how they are. It's not about having things that are expensive. It's about having things that other people can't have.
Well, I suppose if you were going to ply your trade, you should let me know so I can make sure you're safe. But I'm very curious how you knew I was here.
She kind of looks left to the right. Honestly, it was by chance. Like I said, they got the whole thing on lockdown, and I just kept looking in, so I figured, well, what better place to, look for information than, well, where the leaders are. That's when I happened to see you.
You were spying on this compound?
I wouldn't call it spying. More like just trying to see what they were talking about.
Eavesdropping.
Yeah, okay, you got me there.
Who are you here with?
Right now it's just myself from the old guild.
Right, but who did you travel with? Surely you didn't travel alone.
She gives you a cheeky smile. They said it would be easier for me to move around without anyone else.
You traveled across the desert alone? I'm sort of concerned, but also impressed.
Yeah, that's what I expected you to say. But yeah, not just the city slicker girl. I know how to hold myself out there.
Well, as I said, if you're looking to turn a profit here, I could be quite dangerous. I have my own mission to attend to. I would prefer that I'd be able to accomplish it, but I should tell you, this whole place is to be attacked soon. With it, it's 2 weeks, right, Shred?
It's about 8 days.
8 days. Okay. So, I would prefer it if you weren't here, maybe leaving in 5 or 6 days from now at latest.
Yeah, that would be it'd be smart to be leaving sooner than later. Just need to find a way to get out of the city without drawing too much alarm.
I don't think that should be difficult for me to handle. You sure that you can make your way back?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I can always get some rations, but yeah. Or forage from the forest. If there's enough trees on the way back, I'm sure I'll find something.
No, you don't have to do that. Here, and he reaches and, produces, let's say, 50 gold.
Oh. Her eyes open. I could buy
Just in
the
case.
rations. I can't just merely accept this. I know. You're not going to believe this. I literally just found this stuck in the desert. I don't know if someone accidentally dropped this off a caravan, but you see her rifling around in some pockets. Ah, here we go. Gives you a ring. It
What
looks
is
like
this?
it's a simple bronze ring. There is a singular moonstone on its head.
Mm.
I don't know what exactly it does. I figured either it must not be valuable if they weren't able to recover it, or maybe something happened to whatever person was carrying it and they thought it was more important for them to not have it.
You said it was in the sand?
Yeah, I was on the trails between Zilhar and here in Idrei.
Have you tried it on?
I did, but didn't seem to really do anything.
Can I tell if it's magical?
Yeah, you can tell that it's magical and seems to be based off of like druidic earthen magic. Maybe that's why Rena couldn't use it.
What? We didn't. I certainly didn't give her that much of a backstory. What is
Yeah.
she? Is she classed? Like, is she a?
Yeah, she's I guess to circle back for a second. Baruch also, you kind of notice that you sense some, I would call it above average power from Rabbi Myrthal.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise, Paul, you definitely sense that Rena is a bit above the average. She's more of like a rogue type character.
Mhm. Not magically adept.
Not magically inclined.
Okay. Well, this is magical. I think it. Well, we should be careful though. It's might be cursed. But if you put it on and took it off, it doesn't seem like it's likely cursed. Thank you. This is very kind.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's I think it's at least a little bit something. You know, you help me, I help you.
Seems to work. Well, yeah, again, probably shouldn't look the part, right? Please let me know if I can help you in any way, and of course, you run into any trouble.
I'll be sure to let you know. She gets you close and gives you a little smooch on the cheek.
Oh,
Hopefully see you soon under better circumstances.
take care.
She hops over the fence. Disappears from
Roll
sight.
next door. Man, my frame rate is just garbage with this. I don't understand why it's so low. It's like I do things and then they happen 2 seconds later. It's very strange.
Very
Oh, no.
strange indeed.
Where did everybody go?
Yeah, where did everybody go? In the meantime,
Hey, Shred.
yes?
Can you just tell me one more time, because I am a horrible player
Yeah.
who didn't write this down during her scene. Can
That's
you
fine.
tell me again the names that you gave me when I asked about
Yes.
people who would know about the camp?
Yes. So let's go back up here in the town council. There were 3 different names when talking about the Sharrukin camp. When it comes to a little bit more about, I guess, technology per se, it's kind of like there's 3 people, and they're kind of like more technology capability, more like political. On the political extreme, it would be more Carry On. On the more technological ability, it'd probably be Intiko. And then towards the middle, it's Malasha.
Okay.
They all have things to useful in varying degrees, which is more the angling of it. Like Carry On probably doesn't know like who the mercenaries are, but he'll probably know why they're hired or what kind of broad reason they would hire a mercenary versus just having more giants or goblins. Yeah, Malasha might know more of the I guess more the immediate. Okay, maybe know some of the people in the camp, maybe not. But probably couldn't tell you, why the mercenary are hired, just that they're there. And Indigo would probably know more about, a little bit about cavalry and tactics, Dark Radiance, but like, who's there? I don't know, some guy. And that gives you
Okay.
guidance.
Okay.
And I need to show this guy's name while I'm at it. And he is not 3-headed. He is... There we go. Super. So yeah, now that you are armed with some of that information, what is Adelaide going to do with it?
I think that first, actually, would she, what is Babar doing? Would she run into Babar at any point? Or is he doing his sneaky Babar shit?
Well, I mean, I want to get the help of / intimidate the rabbi a little bit.
Yeah.
I was hoping to pop over to the Majestic workshop, so you could catch him there.
Yeah, you might be able to get him over there. We can actually go to the...
Yeah, I'm down for that. I mean, is that near where I was, or?
Based off the city map, it is not far.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can look at the pin thing if the map is too low to load for you. So basically, you got like a giant courtyard area outside the main Citadel area, and then right next door in the workshops.
Can you ping it again?
Yes. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. So you're up here.
Yeah.
You're up here. The Magic Workshop it's functionally next door. It's just a little bit south.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I misunderstood what was happening.
Like a
actually
10-minute walk, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes, yeah, probably because it's, curvy and not straight, so... Yeah, 10 minutes I think is more than enough.
To be fair, I think that I could see Adelaide going on this walk purely to delay talking to the diplomats.
Yeah, because you were probably going up to one of the fortification things here on the side, and it's kind of a natural, well, it's not the long way back.
Yeah. Because Baruch is the one that reads giant. Or not Baruch, I'm sorry, Babar.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Baruch
Yeah, why don't we click on the
giant.
Magitech?
Baruch knows a lot of languages.
Yeah, I figured that he did.
Baruch's a polyglot. So yeah, why don't we go to the Magitech workshop?
Yeah. But Baruch is
behind the
busy
counter.
being a wholesome father right now, so...
Yes.
Actually, at this point, he's about to go start talking to the council and be like, look, we need you to do stuff.
We'll get back to the council in a few minutes. Yeah, if Adelaide, if you want to come in here after, or let's do Babar's little quick thing first, and then
Yeah.
Hello.
I don't know which of these guys is the guy.
They're all the guy.
Yes. So you got.
I'm gonna ring the bell.
Just love I love that visual image of Babar walking up and just a hand coming
yeah.
out of the rags. This big hand that's probably like
Sliding.
4
Yeah.
times the size of this little bell.
One finger.
Yep,
pinky
just
finger.
one finger.
See who comes up.
You know, Babar, you could just ask.
I wish to
looks
do
over you.
things the professional way.
Well, I very much appreciate it. So I guess what brings you over here as we're looking at all sorts of magical equipment, seeing what we're having, what we're missing. Looks over towards Abraham over here.
Can I make a quick wait. Is the implication that he stole something or the implication that he's just a bad bookkeeper?
It's implication more of a bad bookkeeper.
Okay. I was about to look up and down his purse and see exactly where he was hiding shit, but
Dina, you know that was lost in the caravan that didn't make it, okay? Of course, it's convenient. The one that had all the cores and the capacitors in there is, of course, the one that got rated the hardest.
would that have been the oh, sorry.
You just see Dina just exasperated. I mean, yeah, it's technically true. We didn't need that caravan per se to install the equipment. Although it would have been really nice to be able to project just a little bit beyond the city walls. Anyways, sorry, Bar. You were requesting something.
My garb. I am able to project my shadow far beyond what the normal man should. But I think there is more to be unlocked here.
Well, let's, if you don't mind, if you move this out of the way, she moves the books out of the way. You want to put your, please tell me at least you're wearing something under it.
Half smile from a bar under the rags.
I
And you see
really
him-
don't want another incident.
Do not worry, lady. I live by the tenets of the All-Father. I am wearing a bodice.
The rags come up in one clump and then land where the book once was.
She's a little shocked at it.
Yeah, I'm wearing leather armor underneath. You can kind of see it poking through in the token, but that's the only thing that's poking through.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
What the hell?
it's like, well, she's thinking. I guess, did you have a vision about projecting the shadow?
I wish to instill terror in the enemies of the Empress and the All-Father. And also perhaps be a little bit stealthier than I usually am.
Well, I think if you had some gold, I'm sure we can work out an arrangement.
I ruffle through the rags and produce. How much gold do I actually have? How much gold do we have collectively? I don't want to dip into the coffers for this, but I do think we had a little.
Everyone has
Everyone got
500.
500 at the end
Oh
of
yeah,
last
I got.
session.
There we go. I was looking for the inventory tab.
How much do you think is necessary?
Well, I think if you give me Well, given time constraints for all this, I think if you gave me hmm, you're nice enough. Let's call it 75 gold. You can get this thing, make it a little bit more sneaky, as they say.
Big smile from Babar. Here's 76. You have my thanks.
Oh. Much appreciated. Well. Let me bring that up here. Damn, this thing's heavy. Ah. There, that way I'll have Shimei look at it. I guess speaking of Shimei, if you do have any of that, I'm not sure you're familiar with those Zohar cores and capacitors that we're missing.
You mean one of these? No.
You're not Barack Obama with the Chaos Emeralds.
That's me.
What?
You haven't seen that? I'll put it in the chat later.
Again, that's me.
Put it in the chat soon. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Please help.
That's terrifying. I do not want to see that image of Kai ever again.
I took way too long to throw that together in Photoshop. I was messing around with the perspective warp for like the entire conversation. Anyway.
Meow.
Yeah,
But also, while I am here, I do not suppose you have anything that would be useful in extricating people from a mine.
I'm sorry, say that again, Nux.
Which bit? All of it?
Yeah, just all of it. I heard something extra from mine.
Babar's just murmuring to himself.
I do not suppose you would have anything that would be useful in extricating people from a mine.
Oh, yeah. From when I quickly looked around here, it didn't seem like much. That I mean, you can ask. I think Alion, one of the guards. Yeah, he and a few of the dwarves are trying to unearth the thing, but well, if he was successful, I'm sure he would have told us by now.
We have been tasked with perhaps aiding in these efforts. But you are a clever woman. I am curious as to what you have on the mind.
Just looking around left, right, just trying to think of something. Based on what little was told to me, I'm not sure there's a good, safe way of doing it without causing further damage to the mine. At least not something easy and can be done in a short time frame.
I do have one of these,
He produces a pole of collapsing.
and one of these.
He produces an immovable rod.
Are there perhaps alterations you could make? For either creating an opening or reinforcing a structure?
I see what you're trying to get with this. Well, if I had a capacitor, probably could help at least make some of the collapsing happen a little bit faster. In the immediate sense, no. I'm not sure I have anything
I see.
for that. Because I didn't see anything around here.
We'll call to the council if you think of anything. But while I am here, I have 2 more requests.
As you see Adelaide finally join the conversation, or opens the door.
Ah, Mr. Saddeley. Perhaps your knowledge can be added to this discussion.
I suppose that depends on the topic at hand.
I am attempting to find means of ingress towards the mine, amongst a few other things.
What's your question then?
Any ideas? You've always had
Well-
many.
Well, to be fair, Baruch is usually the ideas person, but
Oh, you sell yourself short.
no, he really is the idea guy.
Stratagems, then.
Eh. Well, I did just speak with the captain of the guard about the mine. Actually, he would rather us attempt to clear out that collapse sooner rather than later because most of our useful forces are underground right now. So, and he actually mentioned that's why I followed you in here actually, and she's gonna take out that parchment and give it to Babar. I never did have Baruch's affinity for languages. Would you mind translating that for me?
Certainly. But you say you followed me.
Well, not
Perhaps
followed
I'm
per
losing
se.
my touch. In any case, let me finish my business here, and I will
Of
take
course.
to this matter. But
I'm
we'll take
surprised
this,
Goliaths do
Tom-
not read Giant.
Goliaths do.
I'm looking at the handbook. I'm not seeing a language for.
It would
I would
technically
think that
be
that
one.
would just be something inherent for Goliath.
It would have to be something you chose. You start with 3 languages: common and then 2 others. So you could just choose one.
Let me see.
Yeah, 'cause I was-
almost
yeah,
certainly
these
chose
can't.
Giant based on the setting. Wait, do I not?
You just don't have any languages set on your character sheet right now. You have thieves'
Oh,
cant for
I've
rogue.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
see if
yeah,
I-
yeah.
Yeah, I might have forgotten to import it, but yeah. Based on the setting, Babar would definitely speak Giant. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I think that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Anyway,
saying. Like, only thieves can't even speak common. He can only speak slang. No, he's a Twitter user.
here.
Stewardess, I
Anyway.
speak jive. That better
my
go in the
nunchucks.
recording.
Yeah, that's my official 4th language.
Jive?
Anyway, dive. Yeah.
So yeah, you receive a parchment paper, and it's some fancy writing, but in effect, it reads to the following on, Goliaths and giants,
And bears, oh my.
and bears.
Where are the bears? Where? No.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, I'm laughing. I am seeing you have jive as a 4th language.
Also, the bears go roar.
I know this
You
tongue.
big human mouth. Roar.
And
Okay, for the record, I didn't add jive to my sheet, so that was probably true.
I plead the 5th, but also yes. I'm having fun here in DM.
You are
I am TA support over here.
Anyways,
Yes, on
Fred,
the
you're saying?
parchment, you see, Goliaths and giants of Idrei. This is a message from Gaff of Aramu, Giant King of Kyla, friend of all giants, and Lord of the universe. I implore you to remember your ancestry, your heraldry, and help bring Idrei back under the glorious kingdom of Kyla. only through your help will we be able to quickly, cleanly, and painlessly restore order in the city. Gaff of Amaru, Giant King of Kyla, friend of all giants, Lord of the universe.
At this, Babar kind of like turns his nose up like he just smelled like a Stephen Powell or something.
King of the universe. More like King of Al-Karaf. That's Arabic for shit. Basically is what would you say? A treatise to the people of this land, friend to all giants, yada yada yada. Essentially join us and not worth talking about. It's recruitment poster.
Yeah, so why is it being passed around the troops?
Perhaps to
Interesting.
rally my kin amongst them. There are a few of us. But if you don't mind me saying, we are a powerful force.
Oh, I'm very aware.
The war
But-
was not kind to us.
I
However,
I
Sorry?
don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I just purely from a tactical point of view. Now, an impeding siege is not the time for there to be dissension in the ranks. You know what I mean? So,
I agree. Perhaps I can convince my brethren otherwise.
if
A
you
little
think
little
you could do
glint
that-
over the word convince. A mean glint.
But we shall finish our business here first.
Yes, of course.
What is the shopkeeper's name?
Dina. Let me put that
Vina?
Dina.
Oh, Dina.
Yes. She is the one that gave Paul some of those max damage arrows.
Ooh, neat.
Dina, have you heard tell of a dark radiance of some sort? One that could be used to corrupt the city during a siege.
I'm sorry, is he also Dina?
No, I'm just double checking the name.
Double Dina!
Double Dina.
God, tell
Like-
me wrong.
This is Dina, my partner Dina. And our co-worker.
And her
Dina.
son, Dina. He's adopted.
And this is our dog, Dina.
Daryl. My brother Daryl was my other brother Daryl.
Okay, unironically, with tonal languages, that's very much a possibility. Like I have an aunt named V, an uncle named V, and a cousin named Ivy. Anyway, small side, Dina.
Yes, I am familiar with how Dark Radiance roughly works, having seen its effects firsthand. She rubs her arms a little bit. Yeah, don't touch it is my advice.
I see. And were we to have something else touch it, something to corrupt the corruption, could you formulate such a thing?
Like an antidote?
An antidote or how you say this? A corrosive. But an antidote would be helpful, yes, in case they have already deployed this against the outskirts.
Yeah, I can assure you, you would know if Dark Radiance was on the outskirts.
This is good. But to my first question, do you have something that could poison the well?
I would think that, granted, this is not my area of expertise, but wouldn't we want to cleanse it rather than corrupt it further?
The only
This is
thing
what
I
I
know that can neutralize against it is holy water.
Ah, okay, now we're talking.
Then we are in luck. I've just commissioned the rabbi to produce as much as the city coffers will allow, with exemptions for other necessary goods, that is.
Well, let me assure you, you'll want lots and lots and lots of holy water. You know, when you get a little bit of the corruption on you, it first is, oh, it's not so bad. My spells are not as accurate. They're a little bit more resistant to it. Next thing you know, it hurts you when you try to cast a spell. And then in the worst such cases, if you're deluged in it, well, shrugs her arms. Guess who isn't casting spells? And as it turns out, when you are a spellcaster and you can't cast spells, you are incredibly useless.
There is a word for this in my language. It roughly translates to basic bitch.
Shred.
She scowls at the sound of that.
Shred, with Adelai's firsthand knowledge
Yes.
of Sharrukin combat tactics,
Yes.
is the kind of a magical effect that she's describing something that she's aware of the Sharrukin using before, or is this new?
You've probably seen it firsthand.
Okay.
Especially with anything involving a siege of a city, they will most likely try to launch it from a catapult and essentially douse a whole area to basically neutralize the magic or to neutralize any spellcasters.
Okay, question then. Here's the springboard.
Okay.
With what I personally know of this stuff, and what I know about the mercenary camp,
Yes.
am I able to guesstimate like about how big of a stockpile that they may have of this dark radiant stuff?
Roll me a history check with advantage.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll see based off of presumed size of the city and a few other things.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of it. It'd be the short version. They'll likely have it prepared far away from the battle, and they'll only really bring it like the night of or the day of the actual battle.
Okay.
It's a very volatile compound, and you obviously don't want to backblast.
Volatile, you say?
Well, volatile in its original technical sense of it transitions from different phases really quickly.
Oh, baby. Dina, with this in mind, do you have any sort of combustive or expansion material?
Well, you can go check with the mine, see if they have anything like that.
Excellent. Next question.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't see anything like that, and before you think too hard of, oh, what if I just blow up the Black Radiance? It's not explosive like that.
I was more thinking of deploying it against those who would wish to deploy against us.
Well, in that case, have at it.
I imagine once it is out of its contained form, it is no longer deployable.
I don't know. She shrugs her arms. Adelaide, you would know. Dark Radiance could come in many different forms. It could come in like a solid, like you could literally have a cursed warhammer and it would forever have the effects of Black Radiance, like if you smelted into it. Because come more commonly, it comes in like a contained liquid, and sometimes you can have it as a vapor. Usually, what Baruch is saying is, Babar is saying is correct. Once it's kind of its final deployed state, it's pretty hard to pack it back in.
Okay.
Not impossible, but not easy.
I was thinking we gas the camp. We blow it up and just neutralize their spellcasters. Actually, I'm gonna say this in person. in character.
I was thinking along the lines of deploying
War
some
crimes.
sort of combustion. Yes, war crimes against
What's a
those
war
with war
crime?
crime against us. It's a crime of war. Rules of engagement dictate some manner of civility, but
Somehow Paul
for those
appears.
without civility,
I mean this in the
Anyway.
nicest possible way. But you're the first person I ever hear talk about, she does air quotes, rules of war.
perhaps I'm of a more advanced stage. In any case,
She rolls her eyes like, "Hey, you old fart."
I'm like 40, man. Come on, man.
You're beyond the pale. According to this woman.
I'm here to see this, right? I just showed up.
I mean, Tool probably shows up too.
The bar crumbles away to dust.
anyways, second question. Have you collected any artifacts of my people or our ascensors? Any means of parley with the giants? Artifacts of value or treasured commodities?
You know, now that Paul is here, she,
Oh, hello.
Paul.
Right?
yeah. Yeah, it's good to see you, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul
I
going
didn't
for
know
kiss number
this is
2
where you
today.
worked.
Well, it's where Terza has me at, since she's trying to minimize the number of hands currently, since there's no cores or capacitors to work with, which is unfortunate.
I trust, Babar, you're finding everything you need?
Oh, certainly.
That
Much of need has been found.
The way you say that sort of scares me.
He grins weirdly. This is the first time you've ever seen Babar outside of his like attire. It's almost more disconcerting than the massive rags that he usually appears as.
You're awfully disconcerting, Babar.
He smiles wider.
The credit.
And turns back to Dina.
Yeah, I figured.
He nods.
Meow.
So Dina cracks open the chest and pulls out and she's talking to Paul, a giant metal longbow. You know, well, it's not necessarily of the giant's persuasion. This is, when I'm told, much older, at least according to Indigo. But gives it over to Paul. I think you probably could use something
Ooh.
like this.
Wow. This is
See a-
amazing.
It's a black metallic longbow. You see some red runic etchings. Some of them looks like dragons with some marking, some kind of symbol you don't recognize. Similar, it looks like something that's like a big person, maybe like a giant, and then some kind of looks kind of alien to you, with similar symbols on it. And then the string itself is a very dark red string, and the fiber seems to, kind of like a little bit of energy around it.
Dina, surely you must be saving this for sort of royalty.
Well,
Looks
don't
like-
you work for the Queen's Guard?
It's
That's what the rumor is.
Yes.
Doesn't that make you royalty?
No. No.
I'm gonna slap him on the shoulder.
You're too modest, Paul.
Yes. Well,
He,
in,
like all
in
of
any
us,
case, it's a fine work of art. Do you truly wish to sell this?
I'm not selling it to you. I'm giving it to you.
Nani?
Look, hey, don't get me wrong. I would be happy to sell it to you. But apparently, one of the council people, Indigo, told through Terza, who sent a message to me. there's a couple of different items in here. Let's see. She places the longbow on the table. There it is. Looks like it's like a pair of arm braces put back to each other. Yeah, it's like a pair of hand braces. One looks like it probably go up on the bicep tricep area, the one more on the forearm. And there's a little bit of a cylinder underneath of it. Yeah, he says this was like a grappling thing. Yeah, big guy. You probably would like this. And then, that's right. That other thing that Indigo was talking about. She opens the chest, she goes deep in there. I don't know why Indigo seems to have some prophetic messaging of, give this sword to the paladin. Don't get me. Okay. I know this is going to sound really bad, but sometimes Dragonborn give me the creeps. And just how prophetic they are.
That's racist.
She did say it might sound bad.
She
Which
did
it
say
does.
that.
I will say that it does.
As Dina puts a long sword on the table, it's just straight dark metallic blue.
Ooh.
But it does shine. According to Indigo, this belongs to you, points towards the longbow with Paul. This is something apparently he thinks you would find useful, points the little grappling device over towards Babar. And this sword belongs to you, points towards Adelaide.
Were there any other prophetic visions of items we could relay to our compatriots?
I don't know. There wasn't anything here that seemed to fall under that category. You'll have to ask Indigo yourself.
Well, we thank you for your donations to the cause.
Well, most of these seem to have the ability to put in that ancient Avram technology in there. I know it's not necessarily the easiest thing to put in, but if you happen to have cores, I would happily accept to modify them very quickly. I was trained as a jeweler, and that seems to be the right tooling to get this work done.
Jeweler, you say? Paul pulls out the ring he gave him. Could you?
Dina looks interested.
Could you help me identify this ring?
Yeah. Mind if I touch it? Grab it?
Go ahead.
You'd mind if I touch it, she says.
She grabs the ring, takes a look at it.
Gentle. Be gentle.
Yeah, it's still on your finger, or is it off the finger?
He
This
didn't.
is
He
very
never put it
important.
on. He never put
Oh,
it
he's
on.
never put it on. Okay.
Mm-mm.
You see Dina kind of sniff it.
What?
She's gonna lick on it.
Oh, stop it! No!
Christ.
It's
Cut it.
pestles.
You've never heard of a geologist licking rocks?
Fade to black.
Okay, dude, you have to think
Straight out of black,
the
Babar and Adelaide are just standing there with their bells and gates. No. Why? Oh god.
Y'all need to get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh, shut up. You know exactly what you're
You
doing.
don't know that.
She takes another look at it. Yeah, I think I know what this is. It's like a summoning ring, I think. This tastes like one.
Ring. How do you know that from? Well, doesn't matter. Just as long as you don't bite it.
No, that's destructive.
Good. Okay. So, what does it summon? And it's not cursed, right?
This entire
Right,
encounter
it's
is cursed.
Facts.
She kind of raises it up, tries to see it from underneath. You know where it came from?
A friend of mine said she found it in the desert.
Do you know which desert?
Yes, the one to the west of here.
It's right next to a giant
east.
sandworm and like an ancient Sith artifact.
You mean the one east from here? West is the mountains.
What? I thought. What? Okay.
This ranger is
Sorry.
directionally challenged. His orb of direction is upside down.
He got kissed already
Oh,
once.
orienteering.
His directions are flipped.
Well, given the coloring, given where it's from, it could be a ghost fox. Buggy little creatures, they, well, as the name implies, they're very hard to find. Mostly benign, thankfully. You know, not like those howler jackals. Don't go too far in the obsidian sands for that one. But yeah, I think it summons a ghost fox. I don't know what it does after that, but seems harmless.
Thank you. I'm in even more debt. You sure you won't take money for any of this?
If you want to repay, the thing I would ask is you give me some that Zohar tech whenever you get a chance. Terza is very anxious to install some of them to make the whole arcane cannon setup and actually help defend the town, instead of having a slight tickling aura for those animals around the city.
As they say in Jive, you must cut her some slack, Jack.
Oh my.
One eyebrow goes up.
Well, I wouldn't say it's easy to find any of that technology. I mean, you probably could find it in a ruin, or if you have the money, I'm sure you could find a merchant.
Maybe this ghost fox can help. Holds
Maybe
out
it
his
can.
hand for the ring.
Dina gives the ring back.
Hmm.
She does a little bit of prestidigitation before giving it back to you.
Oh, thank you.
You probably don't want my saliva on that.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but he puts the ring on his other hand,
Mm-hmm.
on the truth-telling ring.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what the heck? He'll try to use it.
Okay.
It requires
I guess-
you to lick it.
Oh
Done
my
and done.
God.
Are you trying to ask her to like identify the ring, or are you just trying to figure out if she's telling the truth about the whole fox thing?
I'm assuming she's telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying
That's what it
to
seems
use
so.
the ring to summon this fox.
Well, I guess there's one other thing about that ring is you probably need some time to attune with it.
Ah, it requires
probably-
attunement.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't want to do anything at first.
Well, we'll know in an hour.
But yeah, I guess before we get too crazy, I mean, there are plenty of resources around here. We are using some of it for the city, but you know, aside from the quick making of the Zohar tech, I guess if you have anything magical you want to create, I'm sure myself and Shimie can certainly help you. Create what your heart desires.
Oh, I could
Of course, that
certainly
requires
use-
some money.
Oh, right. The arrows of maximum damage that you sold me when we were traveling together, those were amazing.
Oh, I could make things so much better. There was something I just had to quickly come up with. You know, given the time constraint.
Mhm. Sounds great. What else can you make?
Oh, like I said, almost anything your heart can. Oh, let's see.
Okay.
That was
The
that was a
character
weird
version
phrasing
is
there.
it's like a magic item shop, and pretty much can't create homebrew items as needed.
Uh-huh.
I want a thermonuclear device.
There's only so much. that we can
Phased
do.
plasma rifle with 40-watt range. Hey, pal, just what you see in the store.
Just what you see in the store.
Can
I mean,
get a
I'll just
bolter
take
from
some
40K?
Oh, you know, I can create arrows. I can create spells. I mean, you know, I can enchant your sword to help break concentration.
Get
I mean-
sword, you say?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a quick draw dagger. You know,
Oh, I got that longbow. Oh, cool.
like a fire giant's bracers. You know, so you can hit with some fire. You know, a ring of healing. To slowly heal you over time. I mean, plenty of things. Just need to know what you're looking for, and then you can try to guess the cost, and then figure from there. Heck, like I said, if you can find some more of those like Zohar capacitors, I could probably slap that on anything and then make it more potent. Change weapons, you know, innate element. You know, help an armor provide some additional resistance. No. Heck, maybe even give you some gloves that can help you climb walls.
Oh, Zohar energy bat. Okay. We have to find these energy
Yep,
artifacts.
throughout the world. They might be at stores, they might be from traveling merchants, they might be in some ruins. You might find out on the side of the road, like Rena found that ring.
Yeah, I'll just send Rena out again and she'll just produce magical items from the dirt.
She's just, one of those minions in what is it? One of the idle games. You just send them out, and in a day they come back with magic items.
That's like SWOTOR.
Hell
That's
World.
what you do with your companions.
Yep.
in SWOTOR.
Yep.
All right, Caden. Go get me some thermonuclear weapons.
Now, first we need the uranium, so then we can enhance the uranium for the nuclear weapons.
Mhm.
I need my rare earth minerals.
Well, you'd have to find it in yellow cake or some kind of like metallic plate. I don't think they have a centrifuge here.
I can spin
Yet.
it around really fast.
We don't have a centrifuge yet.
If I can spin the many children of Baruch around, I can spin yellow cake.
She was dizzy for like a week.
It builds character.
She's 3.
All the better. You gotta start them early. But back to the question of giant artifacts. I don't suppose you have anything we could use to ingratiate ourselves towards potential splinter cells.
Artifacts, no. I did hear about some of the rumors of some of them might be here to kill us all in our sleep, but
Do not worry. The only one that kills in sleep is me. They tend to come from the front
Yikes.
door.
I don't think that's as
The
comforting as you
barn.
thought.
Do not
We
worry,
can work-
Dina. You're safe.
We got to work on.
you know, the rabbi did mention about, I always say overheard, talking to Terza, talking about some kind of giant Goliath assassin about 2 weeks ago here.
A Goliath assassin. Oh, well, I guess this,
Tries
Yeah,
to look inconspicuous.
that tracks, actually.
I don't know, you'll have to ask the rabbi about that. It seemed to be why he's mostly holed up in that temple late at night.
Don't worry. We had a chat.
Well, I hope you didn't spook him thinking you were the assassin. Don't, no, I already know everything now.
He is well behaved. This will not be a problem. But if you have a big stick or something you can engrave with nice markings, I believe this would go a long way to winning over somebody less sympathetic of the Shit King's retinue.
Hell, if I come across anything, or you come across anything that might fit that, I can help identify it for you, but as of now in this shop, I couldn't see anything that fits that regard.
Fair enough. But lastly, before we go, did you or your master have any remnants of the dragon blight? Anything that we could return to a certain dragon?
Return to a dragon? The spawn
Strange
of
bedfellows and all.
She looks at you, just perplexed. Babar, we come from a place that kills these things.
Yes. But, once again, strange times and strange bedfellows. It could be advantageous to sway one of these dragons to our side. Especially because, as with all beings, dragons and giants do not get along.
Naturally, no. You're asking me if we have anything that we could give to the dragon? As like a
It does
peace
not
offering?
have to be. Yes, it does not have to be a object of power, but we do hope to sway perhaps one dragon to the Far Mountain, to the west.
You mean east? I think both of you have a 180 degree.
We just talked about this. The mountains are to the west, the desert's to the east.
Oh, but the volcano's to the east, where the dragon resides.
Fuck!
To the east, you are correct. Apologies, I've just come off the road.
We're all
I am
directionally
still
challenged here.
sun-scorched.
Abraham comes over. Friend. Dragons only come to peoples for one thing. Well, I guess two things. And neither of them, I think, are things that anyone's really willing to give up. Unless you people, live under hate. don't think we'll be giving up any babies anytime soon.
No, we shall not. But this dragon has left us alone for long. It is possible that the parley could be arranged.
I'm not sure it'd be wise to negotiate with dragons.
Perhaps not. But we have time. If we have time. We cannot afford to turn away any prospective allies in this fight. Especially one as powerful and ancient, as you might assume.
It's dangerous talk for someone so loyal to the queen.
The Queen sanctions our actions. I would not think to question her judgment.
The same queen that's ordered the slaughtering of dragons? Call me doubtful.
Leave us to worry about that. And for you, if you have anything that could aid our cause, it would be wise to disclose it now.
Amar, you just gave us fucking stings.
Yes. And I know I ask much, but once again, strange bedfellows.
Well, if you come across anything, I'll make sure to let you know. But for the meantime, I think Dina is the one in charge of inventory here. Well, yes. Yes, I am, which is why I found out the discrepancy, because of the one missing shipment that got raided. Everything else is more or less accounted for. And you and Machiel probably should make sure that we continue to at least forge the other components, so Terza doesn't blow another steam pipe on us.
Understood. Well, Dina, a pleasure. And thank you again for your contributions to our efforts.
You're welcome. Out of character, I got basically 2 more scenes I want to get through, and then we can wrap it up for the night. I just want to make sure I give everybody their items before the night wraps up.
Yep.
So, probably would be a good idea to go head on over to the Alamine entrance, you 3. And then while you're doing that, as you're narratively walking that over, let's go back to the town hall to get to Baruch, and then wherever Tool is. So Baruch, you're back at the council. Seem to be drafting up plans and trying to divide. Looks like Harut's kind of in charge, trying to divide personnel, because that seems to be a limiting factor here.
Yes. Come on, stop doing that. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so Baruch came, after talking with the different people, he came back to the council here, and he's just going to start again asking the questions that he needs to ask. He informs Indigo of the Avram ruins, a few hours, about half day to the west of the city. Inquires after if he's got any, archaeologists or surveyors that could go and basically scour it, see if it's got anything Avram or any of those old cores that might be of use. Yeah, so he's just kind of going through each one of them, kind of just trying to get a lay of what they've got to offer in this current situation.
Well, we can start with Malasha. She's probably going to be I'm going to call it most useless per se. Well, for now, I've instructed all the manufactories to make weapons and armor for the ad hoc militia that we're coming up with.
Makes sense.
And you can see her roots. And I'm trying to figure out how we can cover 200 people's worth of stuff with just 50 people. Trying to make the math.
Well, that math isn't going to math, so we're going to need to find you more people. Oh, I say we put out some sort of call. What we can get volunteers. If we don't have enough, we may need to start... Conscript is not the right word. Persuade those
No, you
to
can use the
protect
word
us.
conscript. No, you can use the word conscript. Or levy, I think is the technical word.
I prefer
Standard.
persuade. This is their home. This is theirs to defend. The words we use to encourage people is the best way we can give them motivation.
Your mother-in-law, Mara, Aeretz, I can help you with that. I hope years of trying to help the plight of a lot of the townspeople will at least help us persuade, as my son-in-law says. And you have Indigo, and I can help train the militia to fight. I know we got a few days, but some tactics is better than nothing.
Thankfully,
At least know how to stand and fight, as opposed to turn at the slightest impulse. That would at least help everyone out.
Thankfully, siege tactics tend to be simpler. As long as we can outfit them with each long implements of stabbing, that usually can keep people off the walls. It's once that happens, it's all hell breaks loose. But for now, let's focus our efforts on maintaining the security and integrity of our walls. They will, after all, be our biggest defense. At least until we can get a larger army.
You hear Carry On talk with his, main head. Yes, and even as I tried to stall them, I suppose it's worth a shot at least to ask what they're doing. After all, they do try to fight with us with dishonor that may make it harder for their troops to attack us.
I did have... I had some ideas to talk with you, Karin. This giant fieldworks out to the east. We've recalled them as something of an army of sorts, but in reality they're doing work for King Gaff, yes?
Well, I got some bad news. It's work in the sense that they're doing formation training.
Right. And the purpose is to raid here. And I assume take whatever tribute that lump-headed idiot demands of them.
Yes. Their reward is whatever they can pilfer from this city. At least that has been what they've done with all the other cities.
I'm curious, in past raids, how much of it actually stays with the raiding party? I assume Most ends up back in Gaff's treasury. At one point or another, at least.
I mean, it seems to be enough that people convinced they've gotten a good deal out of him.
Do we know who the leader is right now? Gaff is likely unwilling to leave China.
Yeah, it's, I think... Remember reading one of his messages, I think it's Akron.
He's here? Really?
I think he's the one that's out leading all the forces.
Well, he's a problem. But a problem able to be dealt with, at least. Without a head, well, the rabble will scatter. That's good enough for me.
He's not so easy to assassinate. One of the other cities did try to pay for some assassins, and you hear one of their heads, "They got close!" And then you hear the more sane head, "Yeah, they were only just off by a few inches."
Well, it is a good thing I have someone with me who never misses by a mere inch. So.
Well,
Anyway. So, they are unlikely to be persuaded by words alone. But it is worth at least keeping in mind. There is opportunity to offer a truce of some sort. If we could levy some sort of wealth from the city as payment for services rendered, perhaps we could sway at least some of them to join our cause.
I don't know how to say this gently. Have you ever tried to persuade a dumb person? Like, they're too stupid to understand what you're saying?
I'll let my silence speak for me.
Well, let's say I think it's a bit harder than it's clever. I think if you're trying to drive a wedge, I think you might have a better shot driving a wedge between the mercenary leader and Gaff. Last when I was in Kyla, about 4 or 5 months ago, I did hear him have an argument with the mercenary leader. Oh, what was his name?
Let me
Like
guess.
Simi?
Hmm,
Something like that?
not the one I was expecting. There's another leader who apparently is helping, but I assume he's more of an advisor. The name Achinoam come to mind.
Mm. A little, yeah. He's,
Swarthy fellow, hook nose, and well, he's probably near pushing 100 at this point. His giant heritage seems to be holding his youthfulness, at least for now.
You hear one of Carry-On's head, the more impulsive one. Yeah, he's always talking in the king's ear. The other one, a little more focused. Yes, he does seem to play a long advisory role. Always seemingly in the court. I sometimes wonder if he is the ruler of Kyla.
It would not surprise me. It is not his first tenure as a royal advisor, or poisoner, as it were.
I think he was the one he even asked for Simi. Now that I think about it.
And Simi, this is the man who controls the mercenary camp just near the city.
That's my understanding, yeah.
The one that our scouts can't get anywhere near without being waylaid.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, near Kyla. They've also had some difficulty near the giant field work, but it's mostly due to the sheer number of people. Not really to anything magical.
What are their numbers? Obviously, they have the goblins, at least some rabble of them from Zilhar.
Thousands on thousands on thousands. I think no one could give a good estimated number. It seems like to climb every time they look at the place.
Well, I suppose we'll have to do what we can. What has been heard of... what is the dragon's name? Ishat, yes?
Yes, Ishat.
What is his... or her... I don't remember. What is her political leaning? How does she fare with the giants? I know that they have had poor relations in the past.
You hear Malasha pipe up. It really is a mystery sometimes. They seem friendlier. I mean, before I had to leave, it seems like they were warming up to each other. The only thing really stopping it is that the occasional goblin trying to steal something from her. Sorry, not goblin. Goblin party. It wasn't just one.
Mere snack, yes.
Well, they ended up being snacks. They were just trying to steal her vast hoard of wealth that she carries.
Would be a useful ally if we could convince her.
That might be difficult. But
Right now, everything is difficult, so work with me, Malasha.
if you could offer her something more valuable than gold, I think she would be amenable to that. Well, you know what dragons like.
Indeed. The Queen has hunted down many of their number in the past. I would be surprised if she would be even willing to speak with us in the first place. But ideally...
Well, yeah, given how you look right now with that little brooch over there, makes you look like you come from Aldea, then yeah, she might want to kill you on sight. Anywho, as Carry-On looks back, I think for the time being, the really two big priorities we should be getting, at least according to Indigo over here, would either be getting some of the personnel from the Lost Mine, or trying to get some of those cores to help power the defense that they're building here. Cores are a rarity, as Indigo is often to remind me, but do offer a lot of power.
As I mentioned earlier,
Frankly.
we did discover some Avram ruins to the west. We severed whatever connection they seem to have. Druid was using them to contact the Hells, summon shadowy demons. Was dealt with. We have him in custody and are ensuring he will not be a problem. However, one of our number, she had to return to Shekinah for a time, but she felt some great power beneath the ruins. It's very possible there's some ancient technology there that could be worth salvaging. Indigo, as I mentioned, you may need to send a survey team, and quickly.
Well, the only survey team that I would trust to be capable for it is yours truly.
Well then, by all means, gather your equipment. We do have Adelaide here. She is a capable warrior in her own right. I know you plan to train some of the militia, but I'm sure she would be willing to help. Whatever this power source is may be more important. And if you're the only one who you believe you can trust to look at it, then I think you must go.
Well, I suppose I'll take a look at it. Assuming we're able to open it. But yes, I shall go tomorrow, for today's a day of rest. I'll need to gather supplies just to make sure I have everything there to help gather the material.
Will you need some sort of escort, armed or otherwise?
Given the situation in the city, I think I should be fine by myself.
Understood.
But I do want to warn you, having dealt with Avram Tech in the past, it's entirely possible that I may be unable to open the temple, or whatever you found there. It may only respond to, well, more clever or more diverse group of souls. Before I forget, let me grab you something. Be right back.
It's another ring covered in saliva.
Just regurgitates it on the table.
There you go.
You see him holding a long staff with a dish or a cone at the top of it. This old piece of weaponry may prove to be most useful for you. Hands you over the staff. And if nothing else, it makes for an excellent walking stick.
I have not seen one of these in years. There were some who used it back in Yophiel, but I suppose I will put it to good use. Thank you.
And then don't forget that, well, this is the first time I'm telling you. If you can bring Adiel over here, I have something. Adelaide, sorry, over here. I have something for her as well.
Well, next time I see her, I will direct it to you.
Sounds good. All right, we're going to move on over to the alum mine entrance. I'm going to teleport you three. And to see there's a mine entrance, there's like some buildings over here. And then there's the cliff and the entrance. You see Kanaz and Othni, two of the dwarves. They're trying to pry open, looks like a bunch of boulders put together. A bunch of small boulders, probably not the right word. It's a bunch of small rocks that basically coalesce to block an entire tunnel entrance. And then you see Elion and Yap Yap just more kind of standing and watching. Big nice girl! Looking over to you, Adelaide.
Kai, I think she means you.
I don't have another flower, but it's good to see you.
Holy fuck. I've been talking and I've been muted this entire time. I just thought he wasn't interested in what I had to say.
Anyways, you see Yap Yap and Elion. They're more relaxing next to this little
Mhm.
stove. Looks like they're trying to cook some food.
It's like a hearth. That's like a forge. Are they popping popcorn on the freaking metalworking forge?
Making
Put some
stone
meat on the metalworking
pizzas.
forge.
Cooking steaks on the freaking coke? That'd probably be really good if it wasn't coated with metal.
Minerals.
Yeah, right?
Hey, they say
Gotta get 'em
we're
somewhere.
always iron deficient, so.
Yeah.
Usually you just need to eat the steak for that.
What's better than iron enriched steak?
Heavy fortification, yeah. The dude on the left is only 26 years old.
So yeah, Adelaide, you and Kai are next to Elion and Yap Yap. Or maybe you're away
Muted
from the
again?
keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and or muted. Anyways, we'll circle back over to Paul and Babar. You see two of the dwarves. They're just trying to pull boulder after boulder, rock after rock. And not very... There's a lot of rocks, and then there's just more every time they keep going it. Ah, so many damn rocks. Hey, can you give us a hand? Come on off, me. You know what we're doing is basically pointless at this point.
Paul gets a cart and he's like trying to help.
Yeah, he's gonna
help.
throw like a little pole of collapsing into the entrance, just like reinforcing it as he goes along.
Oh, good.
We will do our best, but for now, can you brief us on the severity of the situation?
You hear Kanaz talking to you. Yeah, it's not looking good. Wherever the sound is, like the ceiling over here collapsed, and then every time you keep moving some more of the stones, it seems like some more keep falling down. Eventually, right, there's only so much stone to go through, but you know, it's like the walls are carved, and then that wall broke, and then a bunch of smaller rocks and pebbles seem to... Thank you, Paul. Yeah, a bunch more of the rocks just keep falling on, and people tell us that things even deeper have collapsed through it, but we won't know until we actually dig through it.
Perhaps a lesson in futility then. Do you know of any other alternative ingress points? We've been made aware of one that perhaps runs through the darkest corners of this realm.
Othni speaks to you. Yeah, I mean, I'm told there's an entrance a few miles north of here. Maybe connects to the whole same network, maybe not. I mean, hopefully it connects to the same network. Normally these underdark tunnels, at least at a local level, tend to connect. It's just usually once you get beyond a mountain range, that's usually when the tunnels don't link with each other.
Have you sent a scouting party?
I mean, yeah, I've sent a bird over there.
And
mean,
did
they put the whole
canary stop singing?
Kind of listens. I don't like the fact that it's quiet.
Carbon monoxide. I don't suppose you have an idea of how many survived the collapse.
I mean, I'm not a part of this clan, but And this, people tell us that they've seen most of them survived.
And you have information from the inside?
And this is what the people who lived around here told me. I have no idea from the people who fell. Remember, we're in the same caravan as you.
I thought perhaps some channels of messaging had been opened, but this is worse than I feared.
And you see, Othni. Oh, hold on. Well, this is interesting. Kind of pull something out of the rubble. Looks like a scimitar. Huh. Interesting. Very strange.
Is there like a hand that was holding it, or
No, it's just a scimitar just in the rubble.
It's attached to a hand. That hand is attached to a body. That body's attached to another hand holding another identical scimitar.
Nope, it looks like it's got just a black handle and then no cross guard. Just a curved blade and a handle.
Allow me to take a look.
Yeah, you've heard the stories. The original raiders were sometimes called the Dragon Riders because they would ride on the dragons attacking the Dragon Blight. And they would love to use swords like this to not have to worry about getting their hands stuck at the crossguard.
Oh, look, there's two of them.
There's one of them.
We'll have to dig the other one out of the rubble.
two scimitars with no handguard.
I can use this. He says, just like
Weighing it in his
found it,
hand,
and you basically
swinging it
said,
around.
"Let me look at that. Oh, this is mine now."
I commandeer this in the name of the crown. Just,
Othni just doesn't care. It's like, I never liked swords.
Why would I argue with a pile of rags anyway?
He is currently just a dude. The token is non-reflect. I left the rags at the.
Sure, you did.
The rags are
I'm
off
sure I-
getting enchanted.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I just
Unlike
keep pulling more rags out of my pockets.
gonna
Just
say-
like a magician's handkerchief.
unlike other Goliaths, when he hit puberty, he just grew rags from his armpits, not hair.
Ew.
One, ew. Two, yes.
Look, Baruch was there to witness it. It was weird.
Just trying to give the talk to the bar.
Even Baruch was
I don't even
weirded
know where to
out.
begin with this.
Oh, yes.
Look, I've seen some weird stuff in my time.
When a boy becomes a... Oh, God, no.
Anyways,
The
back
birds and the
over.
beat. Yo.
There's nothing much of else, too much of it, aside from them slowly trying to pull everything out and not being very successful at it.
We'll assist while we wait for the others.
Yeah. So, Adelaide,
Mhm.
you've got Elion and Yap Yap, and Yap Yap is very excited to see you. No flower this time, though.
Oh, that's okay. I appreciate the thought, though. Glad to see you guys made it safely, although this situation doesn't look especially great, though. So, what exactly happened?
Well, this is Elion, the old dwarf is talking to you.
Mm.
What the locals told us, there was some kind of big noise around the middle of the night, and then some of the rocks are collapsing through. The dwarves were at the end of their shift. And then some more collapses slowly occurred, and it sounded like they were fine down there, just couldn't get back up. And we tried pulling some of the rocks out this morning, and just a lot of rocks in the way.
Seems
Yeah, big rocks! Many!
So it's a bit of an exercise in futility at this point.
Yeah, it's like that old Hellenian story about constantly pushing a rock uphill, and then only for it to slide down at the end of the day.
Well, clearly, continuing to do that is probably not the way to go about this. So, you guys have been here longer than we have. Has anybody else been able to come up with any ideas?
Well, they're talking about some people trying to go up to that Underdark entrance a few miles north. Well, we have to gather and see what we can do here versus there.
Well, it doesn't seem like much is able to be done here.
Not at this rate, though.
Is that the only other means of entry?
Well, I suppose you could just get a shovel or plow and just dig straight down for several hundred years.
Well, I have a feeling that if that were a viable option, then people would be digging already.
Well, maybe if we're lucky, you could find another Underdark entrance. Usually they randomly occur, so it seems, but oftentimes with a well, I mean, there's a well over there, but that doesn't lead down to it, doesn't go far enough.
Well, if the Underdark entrance to the north is our only means to get to them, then
Only
suppose-
known means, before we get too crazy.
well, okay, fair, but doesn't seem to me to be an especially efficient use of our time to go looking for other entrances. We'd probably just save time going to the one that we actually know is there.
Yeah, I think that would be the smart way of moving about with it.
Well, I suppose in the meantime, some of you can stay here and see if you can make any progress from this end while we head up north.
Yeah, we'll try and see if we can move more of it. It'll just take a while.
Yeah. Well,
See Yap
unfortunately, our-
Yap's ears peep up. Oh, that gift that we found. As he starts running away. You hear Elion sigh.
he's a bit of a handful, isn't he?
Well, kobolds are very naive, as you may remember. And it wasn't exactly a gift. Seems to be something left behind by one of the workers, most likely. It was a belt of some kind. And he was talking about giving it to the bird for some reason.
The
Don't
bird.
know why-
Yes.
I don't know why Tool would need a belt, but Yap Yap was insistent for some reason. As you see Yap Yap run back, looks like a giant black belt. You give to Big Bird, right? Hands you over the belt.
She'll smile as she takes it, and like if he had hair to ruffle, then that's what she would be doing. But as it is, she just kind of ends up like just patting him on the top of the head. Yes, I'll give it to the Birdman as soon as I see him. Yap Yap.
Thank you. Maybe we go on an adventure soon. Adventure in Underdark, maybe?
Well, tell you what.
Or
Let's-
maybe in the volcano!
I don't know if running into the volcano is the smartest. Yeah, let's put a pin in that.
Yeah, kid, go
Okay.
go march towards the volcano, kid.
We're not sacrificing Yap Yap to the volcano.
We'll, we'll be right there.
Man with the bow.
You-
Nope.
You go ahead.
Yes, we'll table this discussion for later.
Big bird.
as you may or may not remember from our previous discussion, but yes, kobolds are sometimes underground, sometimes they live in isolated communities in the Underdark, and sometimes they're associated with the dragons.
Right.
He just wants to find more of his people.
Yeah.
Well, as he pulls out, looks like a skewer full of meat.
From where?
Over here.
You don't want to
He's been
know.
grilling it.
It's my pocket bacon, guys.
We've got pocket bacon and pocket ribs, so why not pocket skewers, you know?
He pulled it out of his prison grill.
Thought it was called a prison pocket.
He said he cooked it.
Oh, God.
I was just assuming.
Oh, no. Yep. You need to be taken from this man's custody. It's not safe.
He's learning talents that the Jedi would never teach.
We're gonna scroll on back to the temple for just one last little bit of RP, and then we'll call it for a night. So, as Baruch, you're having this conversation, you do see a mysterious merchant pop into the. Come on. Pop into the town hall. Ladies and gentlemen, I heard there was a lockdown going on in the city. Is there no lockdown in the city? Am I free to go?
Excuse me, who are you?
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself.
Certainly you have not. I'm amazed you were allowed in this far. But please continue and introduce yourself.
I am Joshua the merchant.
Is that your real name? Because I would appreciate not being lied to.
It's the most relevant name the townspeople call for me. The name given to me by my mother is a bit more of a mouthful. But as far as identifying purposes, there's only one Joshua of Idrei of this city.
Well, Josh, why is it you wish to leave? Have you heard the news?
I have heard the news, and I think it would put a significant damper on what I can provide for this city. So, I've come to make an offer I think you would find difficult to refuse. As he pulls out, looks like two metal plasticky strips in his left hand, and he pulls out a very potent gem in his right hand. You give me an escort out of this city, and 2 guards to go over towards Shekinah, and I can give you 2 Zohar capacitors and 1 energy core.
Two escort guards for 3 Zohar components.
Correct. Like I said, a deal hard to refuse.
A deal coming with many strings, no doubt. And if I asked your business in Shekinah, I assume that would be equally obfuscated and elusive.
You would be correct.
Sparing 2 should not be too difficult. Hadus, we can spare 2 of our guard, yes? Escort this man.
Yeah, I think we can, yes. I think we can.
Then I suppose we will accept your offer.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Certainly. We'll certainly see. Well, if you have the Zohar tech, I will take it from you or deliver it to the people who are in need of it most. And you can
He'll
obviously
walk up
meet
to
with
you
the
and
guard
offer
captain.
it directly to. He will offer it directly to you once you get your escort to me. I'll be on my merry way. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Time will only tell, I guess, in that regard. But, for now, the assistance is appreciated. Harutz, if you wouldn't mind.
Yep. I'll assign 2 of them right away. Right away. You'll see him at the West Gate. Does that sound good? Yes. Yes, it does. He continues to walk away.
I hope I'm not the only one who felt wrong about all that.
Just Indigo talks just a little.
Is this man familiar to any of you?
Mara looks over to you. I think we can say with full confidence, none of us have ever seen that man before in our lives.
Well, I will ensure Queen knows of his coming. It is dutifully prepared. I sense ill will from a man who would be willing to give up such precious artifacts for mere escort.
Yeah, I've seen Stranger. I mean, yeah, it smells all kinds of wrong, but I've seen Stranger.
I just hope it does not bode ill for the capital.
You could feel the tension. You can cut it with a knife in this room.
Baruch takes the components and sticks them carefully into his pack. Right. Well, I have business to attend to throughout the city, and I need to find my other companions. I'm sure you do as well. Let us make for the All-Father's will.
May the All-Father bless you.
That Baruch is going to head out. Yeah, he'll wave over to Tool. Tool? Let's see if we can't find our companions.
As you command.
You look over at Netora. Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you. You too.
You
Heard
know
your
this
friends
is
are at
where
the
I
mine
normally
entrance.
am, but say they're at the mine entrance.
Yeah, I think they're trying to help unblock it.
Have they tried throwing the 2-ton tiger at it?
We're gonna
Your
go back to the
silence
mine
is not
entrance.
convincing.
Kai's currently just
Also,
headbutting the rocks.
Kai weighs 2 tons.
He's probably much bigger than a normal tiger, and normal tigers weigh a lot. Not 2
And the
tons.
human mouth. And the human mouth on top just adds like another ton.
The
Oh,
human
God.
mouth on top.
Meow.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, Anyways. As you're leaving the Temple of the Allfather, the town hall area, you can hear some heavier noise come from behind the town hall. It sounds like something's being unpacked. Anyways, as you two finally enter the scene, if you want to enter near probably where Adelaide and Kai are. Birdman!
Yep.
And not a moment too soon. Yap Yap here actually had a gift for you. She hands the belt over.
Why, thank
Yeah.
you, Yep.
It's belt. I heard strong belt.
A strong belt, you say?
Yeah, looks like a big black belt. It's got a little bit of some symmetric holes in it, and there's a blue gem seated inside of it. Yeah, me hear it make you strong. Make you also not get hurt well.
I'll have to put it on right away then.
You put it on, you don't really feel anything per se. Moment. You hear Elion speak up. Well, yes, that's what the paperwork says in Dwarven. It supposedly will help you mitigate effects of being damaged, being hurt. You may need to spend some time to attune with it, though.
I'll do it once I can.
Shred, it was like a bit of a hike here, right? I mean, would that have been time that I could have attuned to my sword? Or do I need like actual downtime for that?
I believe your sword was not attuned, if I recall correctly.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, no, I
believe-
don't guess it is. Well, no. Hold on.
I'm 90% sure it
The
is not
sword was
required
not
attunement.
Okay, yeah.
attunement. The other
Never
item
mind then.
is.
I made an assumption because it had a magic action in it.
No, but you can cast etherealness through it, though.
Whenever you want to nope out of a situation, there you go.
As Adelaide is wont to do.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to the ethereal plane. Farewell.
As you get through there, Adelaide and Tool, probably about 5 to 10 minutes afterwards, you do see Indigo run on over. Looks like he's carrying some kind of heavy thing in a backpack. I'll be honest, Baruch, this is the first time you've seen Indigo carry a big backpack, and it looks really weird.
Yeah, Baruch sees Indigo approaching. Oh, right. Adelaide, Indigo had something for you. I would presume what he's carrying is said item. I was expecting
For me.
something smaller, though.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had these wings worked out. from this. As he sets his giant pack behind him down. Well, at least this thing will adjust to your measurements.
My what? I'm sorry. What's happening?
He opens up the pack and kind of gestures you to look inside.
She she cautiously peers in.
It looks like a massive plate armor.
Oh,
In it, massive gold plates, and there's a little bit of connection with like a fiber, kind of like I'm trying to think. It's not like polyester, but basically kind of like clothing fiber that kind of connects the massive metal plates.
mm-hmm.
It's like, well,
Good gracious.
Subtle.
Well, it doesn't carry very easily, as you can obviously tell. But yes, this is something I received in a dream to give over to Adelaide.
You received it? Okay. I'm going to be very frank and say that that's one of the weirder things that I've heard, but thank you, genuinely. This is incredibly gracious.
Yes, it is not as strong as it could be, but it should help you with your journey. After all, the ancient technology is, ancient. And while their civilization has fell, it seems that the power that they've created can maintain. Of course, it's unfortunate that you probably have to spend a good amount of time, putting on this armor. Hope it's not too inconvenient.
Well, as you can see, cumbersome armor is not exactly something I'm unfamiliar with. I'm sure I can figure it out.
I'll let you two be to it. Meanwhile, I'll go consult the maps and see what I can figure out from this open room you discovered.
Actually, as long as you're here, might I be able to ask you quickly about the Sharrukin mercenary camp to the north?
Yes, what about it?
I was just hoping that you'd be able to tell me something about it. I believe that it is the intention of a few of us anyway to check this place out, and I was just wondering. I have a vague idea of what to expect, but I was just hoping that you might know some more specifics.
Well, from a technical standpoint, it seems to multi-layered defense. It's probably more fortified than the field work if I were to piece together from the information. Because I did get a chance to look at it myself from a farther distance, just to see how the scouts operated.
Yeah, how close can you actually get before I've heard that they start getting picked off a bit sooner than they expected?
Yeah, it seems to be even within a mile. That's when they start launching the arrows. That's the part that really gets to them. Normally arrows only last a couple hundred feet. But they seem to have it with some unerring, well, I think not unerring accuracy, but unexpected accuracy that far. And whatever it is, it's the next day they put up the same defenses. Sometimes they keep on shifting whenever they detect it. They have a cavalry unit attached to them that can ride them down. And I know Carry On talks about Simi being the person's name, but I'm pretty sure that's not remotely close to the person's name. I think that's just what King Gaff just likes to nickname people.
Charming.
Usually likes naming the last half of the name because that's all he can remember.
Is what he's just described, does any of this sound familiar to Adelaide as far as what she knows about, like, Sharrukin defenses?
It seems to be a step above normal.
Okay.
Like, having a magical defense, magical detection certainly is not totally unexpected from, like, a more elite unit, but definitely having highly accurate fire that far out's very unexpected.
Okay.
Yes, and there are several mercenaries, I understand, that are operating in this region, not just the mercenary commander. I think, based on what I've heard, I think Baruch, that giant individual, might be another one of them.
Oh, Mr. Lord of the Universe or something to that effect?
Oh, the one we saw at the farm.
Oh yeah, no, Lord of the Universe, he's I wouldn't call him a fighter, but I wouldn't call him a pushover either. I doubt you could assassinate him. Believe me, other cities have tried.
He's a charismatic figurehead.
Well, that and he can seemingly survive assassination attempts as if nothing happened. I mean, he's a big fella, to be fair. Yeah, I heard once someone tried to stab a knife through him, and he kind of shrugged it off as if it was nothing.
Wonderful.
That seems a foolish fight to pick. Oh, and suddenly Babar appears. Just behind Baruch.
Perhaps I can lend my expertise here.
Oh, Babar, we need to put a bell on you or something.
I brushed some rubble off my construction helmet, my hard hat.
I will table this idea for later. But is there any indication of what makes this individual so hard to kill?
He is a big fella. Not like big, tall, but wide. The man gorges on food. He probably could eat 10 people's worth of food.
Perhaps food is the way we get.
I mean, you can try, but he probably would out-eat the poison. But I suppose it's worth a shot.
Baruch, you remember that viral agent we dealt with a while back?
And what of him?
I think this might be put to good use.
It's worth at least considering, though. I don't know how easy it will be to get close to the king of all the giants, as he so claims. Though I do wonder if we could lure him out, if we turn his people against him. We have some ideas.
We shall discuss this later.
Indeed.
But if poison is not the way, perhaps pestilence can be of some assistance.
Is a large obstacle. Must be dealt with.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I had for tonight. Thanks for sticking around for the extra long session.